Have you ever felt like the world is shouting at you, telling you what you can't do? Like you're stuck in a deep, dark pit, and every voice from above is just another shovel of dirt? Well, let me tell you a story that might just change how you hear those voices. Imagine two friends strolling down a narrow path, the air filled with their dreams and plans for the future. They're mapping out their lives, full of hope and excitement. One minute, they're on top of the world. The next, the ground gives way, and they're tumbling into a deep, dark pit. Panic sets in. They look up and see the distant circle of light, the world they just left behind. Soon, faces appear at the edge of the pit, but instead of ropes, they throw down words. Words like, "Don't even bother trying. It's too deep, you'll never make it. Save your energy, you're trapped. Just give up." These voices, dripping with doubt, echo down the walls of their new prison. At first, both men ignore the noise. They scramble at the dirt walls, trying to find a foothold, a handhold, anything. Their fingers bleed, their muscles ache, but the will to escape is strong. They try, and they fall. They try again, and they fall again. The cycle is exhausting, relentless. For one of the men, the voices from above start to seep in. "They're right," he begins to think. "This is impossible. Look how high it is. I'm just wasting what little strength I have left." Fear, cold and heavy, settles in his heart. He looks at his friend still scrambling and says, "What's the point? Didn't you hear them? We can't do it." He slides down the wall, defeated, and curls up in the corner, letting the shadows swallow him. He stopped trying. He chose to listen to fear. But the other man, he was different. He kept going. He'd jump, claw at the wall, and slide back down. He'd rest for a moment, catch his breath, and then launch himself upwards again. Strangely, with every shout from above, he seemed to gain more energy. The louder the chorus of "You'll fail," the higher he seemed to jump. It was as if their doubt was fueling his determination. To the people watching, it was a confusing sight. "Why is he still trying?" they'd mutter. "He's just prolonging his suffering." But they didn't understand what was happening inside his mind. He wasn't hearing their doubt. He wasn't hearing their negativity. You see, this man had a secret weapon. He wasn't ignoring the voices. He was reinterpreting them. In his mind, every shout of, "It's impossible," sounded like, "You're so close." Every cry of, "Give up," translated to one more push. He believed they were cheering for him, a crowd of supporters roaring him on. He turned their disbelief into his personal anthem of encouragement. So he jumped again. And again. Each leap was a little higher, fueled by what he perceived as cheers. He found a small root sticking out, then a crack in the rock. He pulled himself up, inch by painful inch. The voices grew more frantic, but to him, it was just the crowd getting more excited as he neared the top. With one final heroic effort, he hauled himself over the edge, collapsing on the ground, breathing heavily, covered in dirt but victorious. The crowd of onlookers was stunned into silence. They gathered around him, amazed. The man who had given up in the pit just stared in disbelief from the darkness below. Finally, one of the onlookers approached the survivor and asked the question on everyone's mind. "How did you do it? We all told you it was impossible. We all told you to stop. How did you escape?" The man, still catching his breath, looked at the person, then at the crowd, a gentle smile forming on his face. He pointed to his ears and shook his head. He was hard of hearing. He couldn't make out their exact words. He then touched his heart and said, "I didn't listen to fear. I only listened to the belief inside me. I saw your mouths moving, and I thought you were all cheering for me. Your encouragement is what got me out." This story is a powerful metaphor for our own lives, isn't it? We are all in a pit of some kind, at some point. It could be a career challenge, a personal struggle, a health issue, or a dream that seems impossibly far away. And there will always be voices, both external and internal, telling us it's impossible. You're not smart enough. You're not talented enough. Someone else already did it better. It's too risky. Convince us to give up and accept our circumstances. It's the easier path, for sure. It requires no effort, no struggle, but it also means staying in the pit forever wondering what could have been. This doesn't mean being deaf to reality or ignoring constructive criticism. It means learning to filter the noise. It means taking the negativity, the doubt, the you can't do it, and transmuting them into fuel. It's about developing an inner filter that hears, "You're not good enough," and translates it to, "Here's an opportunity to get better." It hears it's impossible, and translates it to, "It's a challenge, and I love a good challenge." The most important voice you will ever listen to is your own. You have to be your own biggest cheerleader. You have to believe in your ability to climb out of the pit, even when no one else does. Because when you believe, truly believe, you start to see handholds where others only see a smooth wall. You find strength you never knew you had. So the next time you find yourself in a pit and the voices of doubt start raining down, ask yourself, who am I listening to? Am I listening to the fear, the doubt, the negativity that wants to keep me trapped? Or am I listening to that quiet, persistent voice of belief inside me? The one that knows, deep down, that I have what it takes. Choose to be hard of hearing to the negativity. Choose to interpret the noise as encouragement. Believe in yourself so fiercely that your belief drowns out everything else. That's how you climb out of any pit. That's how you turn the impossible into your reality. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you build a stronger mindset. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep climbing.